Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Satisfactory. Jumping right in, we're going to start with the production for supercomputers. We need 8 manufacturers producing supercomputers. There's no alternate recipe yet, as far as I know, for supercomputers, so we'll be using the original recipe. And we need 8. We're going to align them with the manufacturers to our south and to the west. So we'll start, looks like, on this foundation right here. And it might be a little bit of a challenge to get all of these resources and components over to our supercomputers. Now I'm aligning them with the right side of this much larger crystal oscillator setup. 1, 2, man, I'm stuck. 3, 4. Because my plan is to have radio control units, which require supercomputers, set up directly to the north here. So we will output to the north. One space. And if we output to the, if we have the radio control units to the north, that means we can set our turbo motor production directly to the east. We've got plenty of room for that, so I think it'll work out well. Provided we can fit all of the prerequisites for radio control units behind that assembly to the west. Okay, 4 more manufacturers. I think we'll have plenty of time to get started on radio control units today, or in this episode. Although there's a question of whether we should do radio control units or motors first. I think you gotta go radio control units, and then motors, and then turbo motors. But we'll see where the episode takes us. Okay, let's look at the recipe. Supercomputers. We need almost 4 computers a minute, 4 AI limiters per minute, 5 high-speed connectors, and almost 40 plastic per minute. None of that should need more than 1 belt, and that produces almost 2 supercomputers per minute per manufacturer. So let's give ourselves plenty of space because of the height we'll need for these conveyor poles. Which direction are we coming from here? We're outputting here. And honestly, what we'll probably do is we'll probably have, this makes the most sense to me anyway, we'll orient our industrial storage container facing north. And then have our radio control unit set up right here. That's the plan. So, recipes. AI limiters are coming from the southwest? Yeah. High-speed connectors are coming directly west. Plastic will be coming from the bus directly west. And the computers are outputting to the southwest. These are computers, right? I've already forgotten. No, these are crystal oscillators. Computers are all the way back there. Yikes. Yeah, we've got some distance to travel because look how far away the bus is. This factory is just so big. We've got to get plastic from the bus all the way up here. Okay, well, let's get on it. Pitter patter. This one's already done. Right. Let's do the inner belts, the output belts. think this is probably far enough, but we'll test it. 4, right here on the vent. Let's put a splitter. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. One, two, three, 4. We're on the line now, on the edge. Okay. Test that distance, see if we're far enough back. We will be. Yeah. Okay. Belts. Nearly there. Is that aligned? Yeah. Okay. Splitters. Alright. And now the belts. It's easier to do this if you're walking backward. Man, these use so many belts. I had over 1,000 when I started this supercomputer array, and already down to less than 400. It's a good thing that we started this mega factory with quite a large stockpile, and now on the first floor we have production for the alclad aluminum sheets that can more than keep up with even this really heavy demand that we have here. You know, every time I return to that storage container, it's full. Okay, let's get some power. Let's find a power pole with a few connections. This one right here, probably. Yeah. I think we're going to need a connecting power pole. We'll say right here. And then up here. We have 8 machines here, so one power pole can work. Let's put it here, and then we'll put it in the center, because I don't know, I feel like that may be too far. That may not be too far, though, we'll see. Yeah, that works. Okay. This shouldn't connect to the grid. Now they should all be yellow, right? Or red? Why is this one red? Is this one not connected? Oh, this one. There we go. Now they're all yellow. That's the easy part done. Now, let's get our products to the supercomputer. Let's just refresh ourselves one more time. Computers, obviously, AI limiters, high-speed connectors, and plastic. Okay. Well, we'll do plastic last. We have AI limiters right here, right? Yep, okay. That's an easy one. Are these... Oh, they do. They end on the same spot. So we can just... wrap this around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, AI limiters. There's one down. Now let's grab computers and high-speed connectors. They're both right here, so obviously we're just going to use this this line of stacked conveyor belts. Got one right there. Let's square it off a little better. This will be right there, so right here. That looks good. Oh wait, where are high-speed connectors? Are right here, directly behind it. Okay. So we'll need another stack right here, but we won't need this one. Let's see how high we need to be to avoid clipping. Okay. Now we need one more for plastic. Is this going to work? Of course it will. So that's the second and third rung. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. These are high-speed connectors. Let's just double check. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, let's do it here. Now we need to grab plastic. That is gonna be quite a challenge because plastic is in the middle here, right? This is rubber. Plastic's right above the rubber. Okay. So, like right here, it's plastic. There's just no way to do that without... It can't reach that far, right? If we put it up here, you know, that might work. Is there going to be clipping there? It's going to be weird. Yep, definitely clipping. What's the best way to do that? We can go down, no problem. I guess we could just go out. 1, 2, 3. Clipping? Oh yeah, major clipping. What if we went down again? No, still clipping. I guess we just need to go farther out. Yeah, going up is a problem. Out and down. Okay, there we go. No clipping. And then we'll just go back in and upward. It works. Remove these two. Doesn't look great. And let's bring this in a little bit. Okay, no clipping. Good. These three we can remove. Okay, that really wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, getting all these resources up here. And we're out of belts. Crazy. Okay, so it took about 20 minutes to set this up. It's not terrible. Man, I love this. It looks so good for the amount of craziness that's inherently involved in setting up something like that. So many resources. Just turned out really well. Okay. Let's get this plastic over here. Okay, this is plastic and high-speed connectors. And computers. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. All the way around. Do we want to... Let's think about this. Is it easier to go to the right here? Where are we? Yeah. I think it's a shorter distance to go to the right. Is that going to... affect us in any way? We're just concerned with clipping. This would be right here. No, I think that's very doable. So we'll go to the right instead of the left. Okay. So right here. Just to avoid clipping, we'll go up. Temporarily. Come on. Work with me here. Aiming these belts when you're floating and falling. It's a little bit of a challenge. No, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I regret that immediately. Plastic, high-speed connectors, computers. Okay, I'm going to climb this one and just grab that plastic off the second row here. That's fine. One I'm not worried about. Okay. Now we can condense those down to this level. I don't think that connected, did it? It's definitely off to the side. Oh, it put a conveyor pole there. There's the save. Okay, now here's the tricky part. See, here are our AI limiters. And we'll have 1, 2, that's gonna be clipping. That's not gonna work for me. We can raise this. And I think we'll also want to raise this. So this will be the same height, right? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Just because of the clipping, which I just want to avoid the clipping, if at all possible. So we'll go off to the side. Took this back up. That's crystal oscillators, right? And then this is our circuit boards. It actually is better in a way. It gives us a little more room. So we'll say right here. Okay, no clipping. It's the center lane here. Now we can condense this down. Now, the best way to do this is eventually we want them all right here with this. So we could have this. This one going here? No, that wouldn't make sense. It's got to be the top one. And then these over here to the side. We'll give it one space. Clipping. No. No clipping. And then this will go up here. This will go up here. And this will continue. And there's totally clipping. Right? Okay, it's just a tiny bit. No, that's pretty significant. Crap. I think... You know, I'm not sure the answer is to do that. I think we'll leave it for now, and I'll think about the best way to resolve that. I mean, obviously, this might be the best way. Get it a little closer. Yeah, that'll work. Not ideal, but more ideal than clipping. It's all still fairly compact. And now, if we did our job right, and what's the deal here? Why aren't these... What is this? Craziness. And now... Okay, LEDs are turning green. Oh, these filled up quickly. Are we making supercomputers? Guess we have a little bit of a wait before our first one pops out. There they go. Okay, so this took a little longer than expected. That's going to set us back. But we're done. This is our second final product. We've got heavy modular frames and now supercomputers, both being produced at a rate of 10 per minute. These are actually being produced at a rate of a little bit more than 10 per minute because we need them for our radio control units as well. Let's just make sure I did that math right. I feel like we may need more. There we go. Manufacturer. Now we're out of heavy frames. Alright, well, we'll address that when we get to it. The next item on the agenda is radio control units. We're using an alternate recipe. Let's run and get some heavy modular frames and see what we need for those. Okay, let's put a manufacturer here. Alternate radio control units. 30 crystal, no problem. One supercomputer per minute, 1.25. Almost 40 crystal per minute, and 12.5 heat sinks per minute. And I believe we want 4 of these, is that right? Yeah. No. Yeah. 4 manufacturers producing radio control units. So first we need to set up our heat sinks. That shouldn't take too much time. Man, I'm pretty sure we want a few more manufacturers producing supercomputers. How many do we have here? 4? 8? No, this is right. 1.875 times 8. That's 15 per minute. Yep. Perfect. I was worried there. I thought that I had miscalculated. And that we were only going to be producing, you know, the 10 supercomputers per minute, but then part of those 10 would be used by radio control units. And so we wouldn't actually have an additional 10 per minute. But we're good. We've got 15 per minute, so 5 per minute can be devoted to radio control units, which is all we'll need. And then the other 10 per minute will be the goal. So, heat sinks. I think we're using an alternate recipe for heat sinks. Let's get an assembler out and check. Heatsink, alternate heatsink. Okay, so instead of using rubber, we're using wire. This produces 5 per minute. The alternate recipe, 7.5 per minute. Now we need 6 assemblers producing heatsinks. How far over? I guess we can go all the way. This isn't going to take up a ton of room. I guess we could even put them right here. No, let's leave ourselves some room. Let's go all the way back here. What else do we need for radio control units? Just heat sinks, supercomputers, and crystals. That's easy. And for turbo motors, radio control units, more AI limiters, and stators. Okay. Alrighty. So I guess we'll do heat sinks here. Maybe stators and rotors over here to the north. Then we'll have to pump our actually probably better just to pump everything forward over to the northeast or the southeast there, because we need crystal oscillators for the motors. That's going to get a little bit tricky, but let's start with heat sinks. 6 assemblers. So this will be fast. Starting on this row of foundations, but we're going to give ourselves plenty of room. One, 2, 3. We still gotta put batteries somewhere too. We're gonna output to the south. One space. Three more assemblers. One space. Yep. Okay, let's get a storage container out here. Set up the recipes. Alternate heatsink. Okay. So wire and alkylate aluminum sheets. Put them right here. Here. There's the save. Performance is finally starting to decay a little bit on my PC because of the size of this factory. It would be much better on the experimental branch. This version right now, the early access version, is only using one processor core. The experimental branch just added parallelization, so it's using multiple cores. And the performance is a lot better. In addition to the graphics being better because they swapped to another engine. Alright. Now, let's go grab our resources from the bus. We're on the vent. Yeah. So right here should be good. And I'm not sure which lanes of wire we've used so far. We need to go check. Is it just the bottom two lanes? Because we'll need a fair amount of wire for rotors and stators. Have we used the bottom 3 lanes? Yeah, okay. So we'll grab the top lane for this, and then we'll think about merging those lanes, all 4 of them, I guess, into one lane for rotors and stators. So wire and then alkylate aluminum sheets all the way at the top. I think we're gonna have to use a I guess we don't have to use a conveyor pole. We can just really crank this thing up. That's probably still too steep, right? Nope, that works. Okay. And we'll leave it out like it directly across, like right here. Can we get it down? Oh, nice. Okay. Is that level? That's actually going up, right? Yeah, that's not what we want. We want directly out. There's no reason for it to go up. There we go. And then down. Alright. Quickly throw up some splitters. We'll do the belts while we're here. That's interesting. What is the deal? Does it need to be directly in front of it. Yeah, okay. I just did a bad job of aligning these, apparently. It's interesting that when you stand on the machine, it gives you a belt or an alignment line some of the time. Okay, now the other side. We'll do the belts as we go, just so we're sure they're aligned. This one looks like it may be a little farther out, less of a problem. Okay. Now we just need power. Where is that power pole? It's over on this side, right? Okay. Power pole here. And then right here. Now one power pole will be enough. We're only working with 6 machines. Just like that, we're making heat sinks. Okay. Now let's refresh our memory for what we need for radio control units. Alternate radio control units, heat sinks, superconductors, and crystals. Okay, well, 2 of those we've got right here. We've got the heat sinks and the superconductors over here. We just need to grab our crystals. And the crystals shouldn't be too far because we're using them right here, actually, to make our crystal oscillators. Right? Yeah. Okay, this is going to be pretty easy. So the question is where to put them. We need only 4 manufacturers producing radio control units. Does it make sense to go all the way up there? Or should we bring our supercomputers back here? I'm thinking we bring the supercomputers back. Well, you know, let's split the difference. Let's put them up here next to the crystal oscillators. Okay, we've got the material for 4, no problem. We'll give ourselves plenty of space and say right here, aligned. Bounding boxes inside the foundations. I thought we had it. One, 2. We're going to output to the south. Let's leave all that space for running. Okay, 2 more manufacturers. If we're quick, I think we can get this done before we're out of time. Lined up. One space. All right. Storage container. No, it's facing the wrong way. Okay, select the recipes. Alternate radio control. Okay. So supercomputers will be coming from the southeast. We're going to put our poles, let's center them, I guess, in this. One, two, three, four. Good, it'll take us all the way to the end. Heat sinks are coming from the northwest. I guess the west-northwest. And crystals are right over here. If we can split them off of this, I believe these are going west to east, right? So yeah, we're just gonna put up a splitter here. This is kind of a getaway to do it, but it's by far the smartest, rather than bringing crystals again all the way from the bus. You know, we know that we only had one belt of crystal in the bus, so obviously this belt can handle the output required for both crystal oscillators and radio control units. So we'll just bump that over right here. It's in the center. Done. All right. Now we're going to bring... Actually, let's put this on the second level. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Supercomputers. We'll go ahead and bump these up to the top two tiers. Is that going to conflict? Nope, that works. There's the save. Almost out of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a little tight, but it'll work. Two, three, 4, 5. And we're 1 over from the vent. We should be on the vent. That's the wrong spot there. There we go. So I'm just doing the top 2 belts because I suspect that we're going to want our heat sinks running the other direction, the opposite direction. Let's just check our height really quickly. I think that's more than enough space. Yeah. Now let's drag heat sinks all the way up here. And they'll be on the bottom, so we just need 1 conveyor pole. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 5. It's on the vent. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough. No. This needs to be centered. This will be good enough. Okay, we're going to go a little over, but we're going to get this finished. By this I mean re-up control units, not this mega factory. We've still got a little bit to go. After radio control units, we'll need rotors, stators, motors. Those will be fast, relatively fast. And then we'll have everything we need for turbo motors. And then after turbo motors, it's just batteries. Batteries will be super fast too. Okay, let's get our splitters. check the distance. Yeah, good. Nope, wrong. We could leave it, but I think it actually looks better that way, but it looks interesting. But the entire rest of the factory is, you know, in this format of just repeating the high to low or low to high. I'm not sure that we've been consistent there. Come on, work with me. We need to move these three over one space. There we go. Alright, all we need is power. Let's find a power pole. Here we go. Okay. Now we only have 4 machines. That's no problem. Here. Connect to the grid. And just like that, we're making radio control units. Okay, this is a good place to end the episode. Super close to the completion of this factory. All that's left, turbo motors and batteries. So I'm thinking probably 2 more episodes, maybe 1. So please like and subscribe. This has been a great series. I've had a lot of fun making it. You know, put any questions you have or any things you'd still like to see in the comment section. I don't think I've gotten a single comment yet, which is, you know, I know I'm not perfect. But thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next episode.